Well, good day, everybody, and welcome to Donate Mo's Communication Tools webinar. I'm so happy to be with you here today as we turn the corner. We now enter into the month of March, and in the church calendar, of course, it's the beginning of the Lenten season. Hi, everybody. My name is Richard Bauer, your brand ambassador for Donate Mo. And it is indeed a pleasure to be spending this time with you again today. As I was waiting for our webinar to start, I could hear the church bells of the Basilica of St. Mary, which is about 2 miles as the crow flies from where I'm seated right now. And it really puts me in the proper frame of mind to be spending this time with you today, because I've got to give you a fair warning. We're going to be covering a lot today because there's so much that you have at your fingertips when you leverage the Donate Mo platform. And so together with the team, we've been talking about our desire to shore more of the pieces when we're together, knowing that you can, of course, watch the webinar after the fact. You can, because we are recording this webinar for you. So if there's some things that it felt like I moved through it too quickly, don't worry about it. You can watch the replay. It's just like a football game. So with that in mind, let's get ourselves started. The things that we've got today on our very robust agenda is one, I always like reminding folks, especially those who are new to the webinar, what is Donate Mo all about? Tell us more about how it started, where is it located, so on. But then we're going to get into the real meat of today's time together, which is leveraging the out-of-the-box communication tools within Donate Mo. And the thing to keep in mind here is that since all of these tools are hosted on the Donate Mo platform, there's nothing that you need to add to your computer other than a web address. So you can have these tools at your fingertips as quickly as you become a member. And finally, how can you learn more about the entire suite of products that we're going to talk about? Although that piece is going to be a little bit of my time with you today, I'm just so eager to give you some specific demonstrations from within the Donate Mo back office that are going to, I have to believe they're going to be leaving you pretty impressed. So let's start off with Donate Mo, powered by OVVVI. And the location, where is everything based? Well, we find ourselves in Houston, Texas. We're established with the vision of helping religious entities and nonprofit organizations raise donations or funds efficiently while offering a simple user experience to encourage donors to give. With the Donate Mo platform, you can collect donations, display the service or prayer times, share announcements, so much more. That's the piece that we're diving into today. And you'll discover with me how intuitive the management dashboard really is. It's a simple solution in meeting all of your fundraising and ministry management goals. And as I teased you just a few moments ago, the best part of everything you're going to see today does not require an IT team to roll it out and make it go live for your church. So a couple of quick things here. As you know, we are the ultimate church management fundraising solution, whether it's a religious organization, for church management, a nonprofit organization can absolutely take advantage of these tools in the same way that a church would be able to use them today and is using them today. We have multiple giving platforms. Specifically, let's start off with the one that is the fundamental bread and butter basic to any church that is existing in the time of COVID-19, where you have more than likely a hybrid service where you have people that are still at home because they're not comfortable going into a setting with a lot of people, as well as the individuals that are actually in your place of worship. So the online giving tool is straightforward. It exists next to your website, or if you wish, you can have everything built together because we can host that for you as well. But think of a traditional online giving platform where an individual signs in, a guest can sign in and do all of that right directly from your church's website. Standard online giving resource. Next up is the mobile giving app. What makes the DonateMo giving app so unique is that it truly is customized for your church. This isn't a standard template, white bread template, where you get the same thing that everybody else gets. We build this out to match your expectations, so that for those users within your congregation that demand to have a mobile experience, you can provide them with that through our custom mobile app and still be able to deliver all of the features and functionalities that you'd expect when you're talking about a traditional desktop or laptop or maybe an iPad access for your users. Kiosk giving. If there's anything that defines the backbone of DonateMo, is that the kiosk giving, which is at the heart of Ovi's experience of handling over 8,000 clients in the retail environment, we have, without a doubt, the absolute best kiosk solution for churches and nonprofits that's available in the marketplace today. And we know from individuals who, as well as other studies that we've researched, that having a kiosk in your church increases donations by 28% and increases the participation of first-time givers by 60%. They're easy to use screens, they're easy to manage from the back office, they're secure, they can be plugged in, they can be Wi-Fi'd, and you can provide receipts, paper receipts, as well as electronic receipts to your givers. So the kiosk solution, without a doubt, if you've been wondering about it for your space, if it makes a lot of sense for you to have that, if you have maybe a small school in your environment, you need folks to be able to pay for their tuition, it just gives them another option, especially if they're not necessarily a member of your church. Kiosk giving. Text giving. Before we started our webinar today, my oldest son reached out to me, and quite frankly, the only way he reaches out to me, and that's not a dig on him, it's just the nature of a 26-year-old, they text. In fact, I don't think either of my boys, are 26 and 21, have actually picked up a traditional hardwired phone the way some of us of a certain generation would have learned how to use a telephone. So text giving for certain demographics of your church family really only use text giving. And we provide you that option as well. And we'll, in a future webinar, we'll be giving more detailed examples of that. But I want you to walk away from the front time of our time together, knowing that we have an entirely robust suite of products. So with all of that said, this is the part that's really exciting for me, because we're going to do something that we haven't been doing before. And I met with my team and they said, okay, Richard, we trust you. Let's go out there. Let's do a live demonstration, because we've shown you some screenshots before, but quite frankly, whenever I've done webinars, I really prefer doing a live demo, even though I know there may be an occasional hiccup here and there and when it happens. But if you can be patient with me on that, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I think are really going to impress you with how much you can do from the DonateMo back office. And we're going to look at events and RSVPs for events, building groups, adding videos, adding other media such as blogs and other collateral, social media integration, a quick review of where it is that text messaging happens from, and a quick review of how you can build a form, whether that form is hosted on a page or something that you integrate within an email. So with that, let's get started with our live demo. So just allow me a quick moment here while I switch to the screen where we're going. And there it is. Voila. Hey, we made it. you're looking at a live Donate Mo back office. And here we are at the beginning of the Lenten season. And I know for a fact that many of you will be reaching out, maybe going this evening to an Ash Wednesday service, because of course today is Ash Wednesday. So the reason I wanted us to start off with an event is that how great it is to be able to know that you can preload events into your church calendar, which is integrated with Google Calendar. You'll see it on the church website that I have here. So you can see the end product of the work I'm going to do for you today. So the first step that we're going to do is, like right now, you can see that I've already built an Ash Wednesday service event. And in that event, and we'll take a look at the detail on it, I have the ability to add a photo so that I can give it a nice view, the time. I can give the specifics of what's going to happen at the event, the start date, the end date, and start time and end time, a short description if I need to put one in there. And let's go ahead and put in the description for this one. Tonight's service will be both in person and virtual. I just slide to the bottom, but it's very common. If I need to, you'll see here for SEO information for anybody who might be scanning the internet looking for an Ash Service Wednesday, they're going to be able to hopefully find mine because I'm making it available. In this here, I also have the opportunity to determine whether it's active or inactive. So I can make events for the future, just preload them and then activate them as they get closer. I can create an event check-in so that individuals can check in as they're coming to the service. And I can include push notifications as well, so that anybody that's a member of the church will be receiving this. So let's go ahead and save this little change I made. And let's jump to the front page. So this would be your church's page. And as you can see here, I have the Ash Wednesday service all ready to roll. And you see the little description that I have there as well. You can also see that on every page we have linked the Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram social media features as well. So let's go back to the listing. Now, I know that there are some folks that are thinking, hey, I know that you probably built some of that in advance, didn't you, Richard? And I said, yes, I did. But let me show you how easy it is to build an event. So I like viewing, even though it gets presented to me here as a calendar, I like viewing the grid because that way I can look at all the events that I have. So let's go ahead and quickly create. And when I say quickly, you go ahead and start the timer on me. I'm going to add an event. And the title of this event is going to be Prayer Service for Ukraine. Now, I know that there are so many churches across the United States as well as across the globe that are generating prayer services, inviting both virtual and in-person participation in these events. So I'm going to quickly go. I'm going to find my little icon I had hunted down and add that. Let's see, today we're going to do this one though. We're going to do this on Friday. The start event date will be Friday. And we're going to start this at 7 o'clock. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to end time this at say 7:30. And a quick description: prayer service for peace in Ukraine. I'm going to have it auto-generate so we can invite anybody who's interested. And this time, I'm going to enable the event check-in. I'm going to go ahead and one day before have a push notification sent out. And in addition, I'm going to save it and add an RSVP. Let's see here, prayer service for Ukraine. Now it's been saved. Now let's go back and check our church, our demo church here. And there it is, prayer service for Ukraine. So if it took me maybe 3 minutes, that's how long it took to put together. So as you can tell, this is a pretty straightforward proposition on how to put together an event. Next up is let's talk about creating groups. Now, when it comes to groups, every church has a variety of subsets of the larger church community that participate in different things. So if you look here, you can see that I've got a couple of activities that we've got the deacons made up of lay ministers. We have 3 individuals set aside for that. We have the overall church membership list where I'd have all of the members in there so that when I need to communicate with everybody, I can just pick this list. Another one that I created recently was adult Bible study. So again, I want to impress upon you how easy it is to create a church group. So let's go ahead and create. And let's first of all, let's take a look at that adult Bible study one, because I'd love for you to see what it looks like. And let me take it back up here to the top. I'm going to add, instead of that, I'm going to add, just go straight to the group that I wanted to create for you today. And guess what? It's the children's Sunday school group. It's pretty self-explanatory what that's for, children's Sunday school. I'm going to make it active. I'm going to save. I always like to save my work as I go, so that if I do something, kick something, knock my computer offline, I've got it going. Now let's go ahead and add. Right now you can look, I don't have any members, right? So let's go ahead and add, let's quickly add one member. Let's add Robert Neckcluse, and we'll submit him. Boom, that's it. That's how easy it is to create a group within Donate Mo's back office. And as a bonus, you can see that we have a kids check-in area. We'll go into more of that because the team and I have been imagining what it's going to look like as we approach the summer and we start talking about Vacation Bible School and what that's going to look like for you. Another area that I want to impress upon you on how easy it is to put things together for you are the addition of videos. So let's go ahead and let's just shrink this up a little bit. And we're going to slide down here. I want to bring this to media. So we're going to go to media right now. And you're going to see within that media, there's a subset. What's the category of media? Photos, audio, video, and so on. So my personal favorite is video because I don't think churches realize how much content they've generated, whether you are a brand new church that's just starting out, you probably have plenty of videos, photos, and worship services that you've already captured. And it's just a matter now of organizing it and making it available for others to watch. So let's take a look at one I put together. in which I've got, I selected this particular video. I'm going to add it. I added a title. I went to the YouTube channel of the church. I selected it and said what order I wanted to display it and saved it. So what does it look like? Let's go back to our demo church and let's go to media, video. And I have that one currently set up as a worship service video, and boom, there it is. These are actual videos. In fact, that's my youngest son, Noah. When he was performing back in 2016, he's a big boy now. He's got his band, but these are some fun ones. And it's a great way for you to keep your church members connected with one another, especially those younger members. Because believe me, I always remind my son at whenever this particular memory pops up, I send it to him and say, wow, you know, maybe it's time to start doing some more recent pictures and videos for the church as well. So that's an example of how quickly you can add a video to the work to the church's DonateMo platform. Again, everything I'm doing is through the DonateMo back office. If I wanted to add some photos, I would just go in here, and if I you can see we've got a couple of demo albums that we've built already, and we can add to those albums if we need to. And so let's say I'm going to select a couple of extra files. I can put them in here. Again, if you've got it on your laptop, you can bring it up. If it's on your desktop, you can bring it up. If you're accessing it through your mobile phone, you can bring it up that way as well. So it is a powerful tool. Again, there's nothing you're adding. There's no software bundle that you have to upload so that you can access your DonateMo back office. We're hosting it for you on our PCI Level 1 compliant platform. And all of this is happening. As you can see, I'm using my Chrome browser to make this happen. So the next other little piece I wanted to tease you with was making sure that you could see how it is that you can add all of your social media pieces. So let's go to, I'm going to go here up. Before I do that, I'm right by the custom form builder. Let's go to the custom form builder. And from here, you can find yourself either building a form using these whatever format that you want to use. I think that because this can be such a powerful tool, we're going to probably dedicate one of our upcoming webinars on just building forms for you, because you can see there's a lot of information here and I don't want to skip over it and cheat you from the opportunity to learn more about it. We also have standard forms. Here's the Ash Wednesday sign up that we created so that individuals can sign up for the service, and then we can have an idea of who's coming, especially in the time of COVID where there may be some limits and I have to put a cap on how many people are participating in today's service. There's a place I want us to go here. Let's go back to the dashboard. And there's a couple of things I want to show you, again, reinforcing how much I control from this dashboard. If we go into our organizational settings, you can see that it's from here where I can load up all of my different social media websites. And you can see here we have all of the DonateMo websites loaded in. In your case, it would be your church's Facebook link, Twitter link, YouTube link, and so on. And you can enable or disable your social sharing buttons. We, of course, encourage you to enable, because how else are you going to be able to manage how you're going to set all that up and encourage people to connect with you through all the different ways that people are connecting in today's highly connected and engaged world. You also have the opportunity to do your integration with Google and the Google Calendar, so that all of that is happening when the team and I are putting together our webinar schedules and our meetings. All of that is integrated through our Google Calendar, so we are highly, highly connected. And it is from here, of course, that you'd be managing your give to text information. All of that would be hosted here as well. Any SEO information that you'd need to integrate in here. So for example, your church name, its location, and all of that to help with the SEO searches when people are looking for a place to go. You really have a tremendous opportunity to engage with the 21st century churchgoer by making sure that you're doing a good job of integrating all of the pieces into your platform. So so far we've gone through and took a look at events. We saw how easy it is to create a group. We created a children's Sunday school group, how easy it is to add. We looked at how easy it is to add videos and one we looked at specifically was photos, how easy it is to add that. We saw how easy it is to integrate social media so that all of your links are hot with your church's social media. And if you're leading a nonprofit, of course, all of that applies to your world as well. Text messaging, how you would manage all of that from here as well. So I think of where, let's see here, I want to go down there. I want to go back to, notice here that if you should decide you want to engage and learn more about a kiosk and end up purchasing a kiosk for your church, you'll want to learn how to use all the kiosk management. That'll be a standalone webinar that we'll put together for you this year as well, so you can learn more about it. And that form builder, that's one we're going to be spending a lot more time on as we get closer to Vacation Bible School time. And you'll want to learn how to leverage all of these tools. Again, I haven't loaded anything onto my laptop, and you will not load anything onto your laptop related to the Donate More Mo platform other than a link. It's that straightforward. So let's head back to our slide deck here real quick. And I apologize, you're going to see the slide deck in its raw fashion there for just a little bit while I get us back to where we were before we jumped ahead and went live. Okay. There we go. And this is the one that I want you to see right now. And that is, what is all of this costing? Well, as we shared with you before, I see you're not seeing the slide I want to show you yet, but I'm going to get us there. Hold on, people, hold on. I promised you that we were going to have just a little bit of a challenge here because we were going live with this. And so just hang with me, hang with me. So let's see here. Okay, let's just be field expedient then. What is all this costing you? Well, because your team, all of you in attendance with us today, are the early adopters, that entire back office management platform and an online giving page, we're providing to you at no cost. The only cost that we're talking about, if you should say, let's go ahead, Richard, and let's move ahead, we want to add this to our church right now. What are the transaction fees? For all credit card types, okay? For all credit card types, including American Express, it's 2.5% and 30 cents per transaction. If your members want to give via ACH, or an electronic transfer from their checking account, 1% and 30 cents per transaction. That is a very, very compelling proposition on how you can integrate this, especially if you find yourself wrestling with an application that you're not real happy with. you're looking at what I just showed you on how quickly and easily you can leverage these tools within the DonateMo back office and add an event, create a group, add an event on the fly for something that you might need to do, add additional RSVPs for those events, the creation of groups, how quickly you create those. You can make them visually appealing by adding pictures very quickly. All of that just to get started costs you nothing. That's our investment to your success. And all we will be charging you will be for the credit card transaction fee and the 30 cents per transaction for a credit card and 1% for an ACH transactions or 30 cents. So with that, let's roll ahead a little bit quicker. Hey, John, are there any questions out there? Because I know we're getting to the bottom of the hour and want to be respectful of everyone's time. Again, reminding everybody, we've recorded this. I moved very quickly because, again, there's so much we want to show you. There's so much within the back office. So, John, was there anything back there that anyone wanted me to follow up on?
Yeah, we had one question from Grace Lutheran here,
Okay.
Richard, asking about live video. I can take that quickly. So yes, you can incorporate your YouTube or Venmo live streaming events right on the front office as well. So your worship services, you can live stream, not just recorded content. So you can do both.
That's an excellent call out. And thank you to the representative Grace Lutheran for asking that question. In fact, we do have an upcoming video that's going to focus on that. Again, some of these topics are so rich and they're so germane to where churches find themselves today, that knowing that this is already integrated into the DonateMo platform. And again, there's nothing you need to add to your church's desktop. No, it's all on our PCI level 1 compliant platform. Security is at the core of what we do, protecting your members' information, protecting their transactions is core to our mission. And again, the OVI has done such an amazing job of setting the standard in its core industry that's why we're bringing that forward and introducing it and sharing it within the faith communities across the United States. So I hope that in our compressed time today, you've been compelled to want to ask more. And you can reach out to us and we'll give you a personal and private demonstration. We'll give you an example of how you can integrate this today. Don't feel for a second that somehow you couldn't do this while you're working with somebody else. And quite frankly, compare the two and see which one is giving you more value for your church's investment. Because as an elder of my little church, I know how important it is to gain the most value as possible out of the church's investment. And so whether it's reaching out by dialing our 1-833-453-0697 number, or sending an email to sales@donatemo.com, or if you're curious and I didn't even show you any of this today on how I could have answered my own questions, was by visiting the support.donatemo.com, which is our online virtual library for you to answer questions. In fact, I'd invite you to go there today and visit it so you can see more of what the platform brings to bear and how it could serve your church community. So on behalf of John and the rest of the DonateMo technical team that's been supporting us today, I'd like to thank you for joining us as we go together on this Lenten journey of 2022. Wish you a wonderful Ash Wednesday, and we'll see each other during our upcoming webinar. Have a great day. Bye now.
Thanks, Richard.